Hey, good afternoon, internets. It's me, DP Knutson, and I am here for another edition of IMNSHOW, which is in my not so humble opinion, periodic live stream where I get on camera, just like now, and talk about something I've just seen that I think is relevant to you, and especially if you're in the marketing world, advertising world, marketing communications world, something that I'd like to bring to your attention. Now, normally, I like to err on the side of great work because there's enough trolls out there tearing things down. I like to highlight the really best of the best stuff. But today's a little bit different, and for a really important reason. Late last night, right before going to bed, I'm doing my kind of late night scroll session, going through all my feeds, looking at stuff. And I saw this very interesting article, I think it was via Twitter, that Fast Company put up last night. And let me just show it to you because I think you're going to be as interested and shocked as I was when I saw it last night around 11 p.m. And it looks a little something like this. Hand sanitizer is being packaged like kids' candy, and big companies are profiting from it. And I'm like, oh, okay, come on. Yeah, I'm sure there are plenty of people who are putting out hand sanitizer, especially with a kid orientation, because all of us are going to be sending our kids back to school with hand sanitizer. And we all know that kids won't take stuff to school that doesn't look cool, that doesn't speak to them, that, frankly, getting them to use hand sanitizer is a bit of a slog for any parent. But as I see this, I go, yeah, the FDA has warnings about hand sanitizer. That looks like food. That looks like food. We had no idea how egregious the problem was until we looked for ourselves. And this is why I want to bring this to your attention. Fast Company, great magazine, great information all the time, is doing a public service that deserves a little bit of attention for all of us. So here, first of all, fastcompany.com is where you can find this article. And I'll probably show you the URL later. But I want to just go down here. It's a 5-minute read of an article. And it talks about, under no circumstances should you ever drink hand sanitizer. Well, duh. But we're not talking about adults that go, duh. We're talking about kids that are influenced by things like color, shape, smell, texture, taste, etc. And why does this make a difference? Because these hand sanitizers are masking the alcohol by using tasty scents, purposely tasty oriented scents. And if you don't believe me, take a look at this one. You're telling me that there are Mike and Ike, Smarties, Dippin Dots, and icy scented hand sanitizers? Mike and Ike is a candy. Smarties is a candy. Dippin' Dots is a kind of fake ice cream. Icy is like flavored frozen pops. Each one of those things and all of those color combinations say one thing to kids, and that is, eat me. Now, go down a little further, and again, read the whole article, because you can see how insane this is. Enticing packaging, all that stuff. Okay, take a look at this one. Minions. Oh, look, it says do not eat up in the corner there. Do you see that right there? Do not eat. Yeah, what kid's going to read that when all they see is this? Now, at least Minions, Barbie, and Paw Patrol are not foods. So that it has that going for them. So I'm going to give these guys a little bit of a break, but not much. Because, again, they're using everything possible to attract kids' attention to something that is, pretty serious. Now, here's a missed opportunity if you ask me for Barbie. Barbie could be totally using this as an opportunity to show Barbie as a medical professional, a frontline worker, and impressing upon any girl who might be interested in Barbies that, hey, the real heroes that are out there on the front line, many of them are women and they work in healthcare. I'm going to call that a missed branding opportunity. But the thing that really scares me is the fact that, and I want to go back to it, is this image right here. What brand manager that's not smoking crack is going to think it's a good idea to put your brand, your food, your confectionery brand on something that can literally kill or cause severe harm to children? This to me is insane. And I want to put my outrage aside and say, just from a brand point of view, because that's where I live, right? Brand land. From a brand point of view, what brand wants to be associated with the upcoming, guaranteed to be coming, lawsuits that are all about a kid who got violently ill, or God, don't even want to think it, but perhaps passed away because they did chug this hand sanitizer? Are you really that desperate for cash that you're willing to put your brand in, right on the target for a lawsuit like that? It's insane. What about this doesn't make sense to anybody who's a brand manager that is always looking for alignment with what their brand is about? Seriously, what do you have to be thinking to green light something like that? Where is the adult in the room who says, not only no, but hell no, are we going to be putting our food or confectionery brand name on a product that could hurt, maim, or kill? That's what branding is about, maintaining constant alignment. And just because you can doesn't mean you should. And never forget that the most powerful word in branding is no. Brands, by having a clear, codified, understood, everybody on the same page brand, everybody knows when to say no to something. The fact that this came up as an idea, yeah, okay, fine. Anything's possible at the idea stage. But at the green light, let's do it, let's package it, and let's start selling it phase, doing something like this is brand suicide. It's stupid. And frankly, as a parent, it's incredibly offensive to me. So what am I thinking about these brands right now? That I'm not buying them ever. And my kids aren't going to be exposed to them ever. So thank you, brand manager, for making it clear that you don't want any of my money from here on in. That's what branding's about. So if I want to sum up today's lesson, if there is a lesson, having a codified, understood, same page brand that everybody's on that same page allows you to say no more often than yes, and no for the completely right reasons, because it's in alignment with your brand and its values. That's it for me today. I'm DP Knutson with the Nonfiction Brand Podcast. New episodes come out every Monday. Check out this Monday's episode with Stephanie Liu. No, is it Stephanie Liu? Yeah, it's the second one with Stephanie Liu, number 106. And you can find it wherever podcasts are free. That's it for me today. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye. There we go.